Tap the panel to arm or disarm the system. Click the section below to see open or active zones. Tap the lock icon and swipe left and right to see the different door locks. Tap the button to lock or unlock the door. Click on the garage door to open or close the garage door. To add a notification, press More, then press Notifications. If you would like to receive notifications on your phone, not via text or email, make sure push notifications are enabled. To add a notification, click Manage for all recipients. Press the plus in the top right corner. Select from the prompts a notification to create. I'll be creating a garage left open notification. From here, we can edit the parameters of the notification. Choose to have the notification active at all times or only during specific dates and times. Click Add to add recipients for the notification. Add the users you'd like to send the notification to. You can create a new recipient by clicking Add Contact at the top. Once you've added recipients, press Close. Then click Save. The notification has now been created. To edit a notification, click on the notification you'd like to edit. You can pause or unpause a notification by clicking the slider here. We can give the notification a different name, and we can change the parameters of the notification. We can also delete or add recipients by clicking the X, and then clicking Add again to add different recipients for the notification. Press Save once we're done with our changes, and we can see that the notification has been updated. To create a rule, click More, then click Rules. Press the plus sign in the top right corner. Here, we'll implement when something happens, then another action will happen. Let's create a rule that when we use our code on our smart home lock, it disarms the security panel for us. To start, I will select when. When a lock, more specifically, the front door is unlocked, then the security panel will disarm. We can then click Run at all times to change the time frame that the rule runs, whether selecting at all times or only during specific times. Once we've set the parameters, press Done. We can then give the rule a name, which I will call unlock/disarm rule. Once we're happy, we'll then press Save, and we can see that the rule has been created. To edit the parameters of a rule or how the rule operates, select the pencil next to the rule's name to reopen the rule editor page. We can change all of the parameters of the rule. Make sure to press Save in the top right corner. To temporarily disable a rule, press the slider next to the rule's name. To re-enable it, re-click the slider. To delete a rule, click the trash can next to the rule's name, then click Delete. To add a user, click More, then click Users. Press the plus sign in the top right corner. Fill out the recipient's name. Then press Create. From here, we have to give this user a 4-digit code to access different security devices. We can type in a code or generate a random one. We then have to manually select what they have access to. Once finished, press Save. The user has now been created. Press the pencil to edit their name. Press the Panels and Locks section to edit their user code or what devices they have access to. Finally, we recommend adding contact information, which can be done below. Add a mobile number, an email address, or both. This is important if the user wants to receive notifications. To edit a user, click on the user you'd like to edit. We can click on the Panels and Locks section to change their user code or what devices they have access to. To delete a user, select the user you'd like to delete. Scroll down and select Delete User. To check if our camera is calibrated, click on Video, click on the settings wheel, then click on Calibrate Cameras. From here we can see all the cameras that have been calibrated as well as the one that needs to be calibrated. Click on the camera to go ahead through the calibration process. Read the prompts carefully and follow the steps that it tells you to do. Here's an example of a calibration of a camera. All we're doing is taking a series of photos, making sure that the top and bottom of the green box, or us, is within the space of the camera. Once confirmed, all we're going to do is keep pressing next until we can finally finish the calibration of the camera. To create an analytics rule, click on Video, then click the settings wheel in the top right corner. Click Recording Rules, then click Add in the top right corner. Select Video Analytics. Choose the camera we'd like to set the rule for, then choose either a ground zone or a tripwire zone. We will start with a ground zone. Choose the scenery the camera is looking at. From here, we can give the rule a name. And for ground zones, we can change where the ground zone covers, as well as change the individual points of the ground zone by dragging the corners or the little boxes. We can also clear the ground zone and create one of our own by tapping on the screen in the shape that we'd like to create the ground zone. Set the duration inside the area of interest, which determines how long something has to be within the ground zone or the green area to trigger a clip. For tripwire zones, select the scenery, give the rule a name, then drag where you'd like the tripwire to be. To create your own tripwire, click Clear Tripwire and tap the screen to make your own. To change the directions things have to pass to trigger the tripwire, click Switch Direction. We can also click both directions to have both directions work. The next part is the same for both ground zone and tripwire rules. All we're doing here is setting the parameters for which the rule operates, choosing the delay between clips, choosing when the rule will run, We can also set a perimeter guard if it's supported by the camera, which is an external deterrence feature supported by most Alarm.com cameras. Again, we can set the parameters for how this works. Select the recipients you'd like to send the video clip notifications to. And we also have the ability to automate lights if supported. Once we've set the parameters, we can then press save. If we go back to recording rules, we can see that the rule has been created and saved. And there it is. To pause the rule, click the Pause Options button. To turn the rule back on, if we turn it off, click Resume Options and click Turn Rule On. To edit the rule, click the pencil icon next to the name. It'll reopen the Video Analytics rule page that we just went through, where we can change the parameters at our own will. Make sure to press Save once finished. To delete a rule, click on the trash can next to the rule's name, then click Delete. To look for video doorbell clips, scroll down to the doorbell section. Click the arrow, then click Saved at the top. We can then see all of the clips that our video doorbell camera has recorded. We can then filter the clips and search for something specific by clicking the 4 lines here. We can select a date range for our clips, whether a preset one, or we can set our own custom date range. Simply click on the start date to set the start date. We select the blue arrows to change the month, and then we click on the day we'd like to choose. We can set the time, and once we've selected the time, press the time once again to confirm the selection. Click off the calendar to save the selection. Do this for both start and end. We can also select to only show protected clips, as well as the clip trigger that caused the clip to record in the first place. Once finished, press Done, and all of the clips will be within the parameters you've selected. To reset the filter, scroll to the top and click Reset to Default. To view a video clip, click on the clip you'd like to view. We can scroll the slider at the bottom to see what the clip is, as well as share the clip by pressing Share. We can also download the clip by pressing Download, and this will download it onto our mobile device. To view the cameras on the mobile app, scroll down to the video section. Click the little arrow, and here we can see all of the live view footage of our cameras. Select the play button on one of the cameras to see the live video footage. Select the full screen option in the bottom right corner to open the full screen option. To exit the full screen option, click the X in the top left corner. To look at saved video clips, click on Saved at the top. From here, we can see all of the video clips that our cameras have recorded. To filter the results to search for something specific, click on the 4 lines located here. We can then choose a specific camera we'd like to view. We can then choose the time parameter on the clips that we'd like to show. We can also select a custom date range. Use the arrows in the top right to choose the month, select the day we'd like, click the time to change the time, and then click off the calendar to save and exit the calendar settings. Do this for both the start and end date. We can further select our parameters by clicking these options here. From here, the clip should be filtered to our liking. To reset the filter, simply click on the filter again and click Reset to Default. To view a clip, click on the clip you'd like to view. We can slide the playback slider at the bottom to see what the clip recorded, as well as share the video clip to whoever we'd like by pressing Share. We can also download the clip to our phone by pressing Download.